What's going on, guys? So got the Mach 1 here. For some of you this is going to be a familiar face. You recognize this car all too well. But for the new people here watching the video, or just the new subscribers, thank you, welcome. This is my old car. Sold this Mach 1 to my really good friend about a year ago, maybe a little bit longer, and he's been loving it ever since. So quick rundown for the new people. This is a 04 Mach 1. It's got the stock aluminum block, but I built the entire engine and supercharged it myself, did everything. It's got a fully forged bottom end, a ported blower from an 0304 Cobra, ported to the max, got a 276 upper pulley, a 4-pound lower pulley, and it's like 17-18 pounds of boost, puts down like 530 to the tire. It gets up and goes. It's a pretty quick car, but the reason I'm making this video is kind of an unfortunate reason. About 2 weeks ago, we were cruising around. I was behind him. He did a pull, and I noticed a little bit of smoke from the exhaust. So fast forward, nothing really worth mentioning. It was the smallest little bit. Fast forward 2 weeks to the other night. We were out cruising around again, and there was a lot of smoke coming from the exhaust on D-cell. So I immediately thought we had a problem, went ahead and took the spark plugs out, did a compression check, found an issue. Then I went in with a Borescope into each cylinder with a camera basically, and took images and videos of each cylinder and found some pretty nasty stuff going on inside the engine. Basically we got 3 or 4 hurt pistons. Long story short, guys, we're going to have to be tearing the engine out of this, but I wanted to make this video as kind of an intro. Think of it as an intro to the Mach 1 engine build part 2. So I'm going to make this a short video as far as like talking about it, but I'm going to do the compression check again. I'm going to show you guys the compression readings, as well as I'm going to do the Borescope in each cylinder, show you the images and the video from inside each cylinder, and do a voiceover as far as what I think caused this. So again, let's go ahead and jump into the compression check and then Borescope. Let's do it. Alright, so I'm going to be using this compression checker as a threaded fitting that goes in the spark plug hole. The other side goes to the actual gauge itself. Let's go ahead and start with cylinder number 1, and we're going to work cylinder number 1, 2, 3, 4, go to the other side. Okay, so first cylinder we have 150 right on the dot. Okay, that is cylinder number 2. The 3, also 145. Okay, so that's cylinder number 4. That's one of the hurt cylinders. We're registering about 130. So that one's good. That was at about 150. So that one's good. 150. Oh, I just let a little. So that one's at about 130. That's about 115 maybe. That's pretty bad. So we have 3 hurt cylinders for sure, just based on this guy. Now let's go ahead and I guess call it quits, I would imagine. So this is all we need. We have a hurt motor. It's very apparent. Now we just need to get it taken apart. So there's your final number, 115. Bye bye number 8. Okay, so going into number 1 with the Borescope, I'm just going to talk about each one of these pistons as I go in. So this is number 1. It had 150 psi, nothing to worry about on this one. You can see that shiny spot. I think that's just the injector spray, or the injector sprays on the piston. Number 2 is way too high for me to get a good solid video or a picture of it, so I'm sorry about that. Number 3 had good compression, but you can see it's wet. That's actually just fuel. So there's a
puddle right there. That's still number 3, and all around it is wet. That's just fuel, nothing to worry about. This is number 4. This one had about 135 psi. Again, it has fuel on it, but it also has a little bit of detonation in some spots. That's kind of hard to tell right there, but in the picture before that. This is number 5, nothing to talk about. 6, same story, all looks good. You got that shiny spot over there. This is number 7, so this is what's like 130 psi. You can see there's a lot of actually like melted detonation look to the right and left of that puddle, as well as on the top of the piston and the center. And this is number 8, same story. You got the puddle left and the right has detonation marks, as well as in the center. If you look in the center where the reflection is, a lot of detonation. So this one was sucking in some oil, and as a result, we had a detonation and failure.
So as you saw in the camera and the compression check, you see we have some pretty nasty damage in these 2 cylinders in the back, 7 and 8, as well as one of the cylinders on this side. You saw the damage on the camera, saw that oil and everything in there, as well as the detonation and melting spots. All that stuff is pretty bad. It just means we're going to have to pull the motor out again, like I said. Pull the motor out, go through it, scatter it, see what's broken, see what's damaged, replace everything, and get it back on the road. You know, it's the price we got to pay. You got to pay to play. You know how it goes. But we're going to get it together. We're going to go out and do some more passes. That's how it goes. So pretty much, guys, just look forward to the next videos. It's going to be pulling the engine out, scattering the motor, going through, fixing the motor, putting it back in, beating the shit out of it. Let's do it.